Hi, Pre-K2. Just wanted to come to you and bring you Little Red Hen. Today we're going to read Little Red Hen for our Read Aloud 1. What do you think this book is about? Well, for starters, it's about a little red hen, a dog, and a goose, and a cat. They all live with Little Red Hen. And she's doing all the housework by herself. And one day she finds some wheat seeds and she decides to plant them. Now she has to decide if she's going to share her bread with them. Do you think she'll share? Let's find out. Little Red Hen. Once upon a time, there were four friends who lived together in a barnyard: a dog, a goose, a cat, and a little red hen. The dog was a lively pup who liked to play all day. After all, he said, who will choose balls and do tricks if I don't? Who will chase balls and do tricks if I don't? The cat was a handsome animal who liked to groom himself. After all, he said, who will take care of my good looks if I don't? The goose was a talkative bird who liked to gossip. Gossip. What do you think that word means? After all, she said, who will share the news of the day if I don't? Maybe that's what gossip means. And the little red hen, she just liked to figure out what needed doing and do it. One day, the four friends decided to move together to a cozy cottage near the river. They were very happy there. The dog played all day in their big front yard. The goose waddled to the farmyard each morning and always came back with the newest stories to share. The cat watched himself on the sunny windows. And Little Red Hen, she cleaned the house, worked in the garden, cooked the food, and did whatever else needed doing. Looks like Little Red Hen is always working and others are what? Not working. One afternoon, the Little Red Hen swept out the shed and found a bag of wheat seeds. Excited, she brought the bag back to the cottage. Look what I found, she said. Who will help me plant these seeds so that we can have wheat to bake some bread? Not I, said the dog. I have to play with my stick today. Not I, said the cat. I have to groom my fur today. Not I, said the goose. I have to talk to the cow today. She has news about the goat. How do you think Little Red Hen feels? All right, said Little Red Hen. Then I'll plant the seeds myself, she said. And she did. She hoed the ground and planted the seeds and watered them well and pulled the weeds. Soon, a fine patch of wheat was growing tall in the sunlight. The wheat is ready for harvest, said the Little Red Hen. Who will help me harvest it? Not I, said the dog. I have to bury my bone today. Not I, said the cat. I have to smooth my whiskers today. Not I, said the goose. I have to visit the pig today. He says there's a scandal with the sheep. I wonder what she means. I wonder if this is gossip. All right, said Little Red Hen. Then I'll harvest the wheat myself. And she did. She cut the wheat, then gathered and tied it up in bundles she stocked outside. Now, the wheat must be ground into flour, said Little Red Hen. Who will help me pull the wagon to the miller? Not I, said the dog. Today is the day I chase the rabbits. Not I, said the cat. Today is the day I clean between my toes. Not I, said the goose. Today is the day the goat said he'd tell me a secret about the cow. Wonder what the secret is. All right, said Little Red Hen. Then I'll pull the wagon myself. And she did. She cleaned the wagon and loaded the wheat and went to the miller's down the street. How do you think Little Red Hen is feeling with all of these friends living with her and no one to help her? I wonder how she feels about doing everything by herself. The next morning, the Little Red Hen was ready to bake. Who will help me make the dough? She asked. Not I, said the dog. I'm busy chasing my tail. Not I, said the goose. The dust might make it hard for me to talk. Not I, said the cat. The flour would muss my clean fur. All right, sighed Little Red Hen. Then I'll make the dough myself. And she did. She gathered up eggs, milk, yeast, and flour, then mixed and kneaded for nearly an hour. Do you hear any rhyming words in this story? I wonder what will happen next. Now, said the Little Red Hen, though she already knew the answer, who will help me bake the bread? Not I, said the dog. It's time for me to take a nap. Not I, said the cat. I really must get my beauty sleep. Not I, said the duck. I absolutely must rest my voice. All right, said the Little Red Hen. Then I'll bake the bread myself. And she did. She built the fire, a difficult chore, and slid the pan through the oven door. She cleaned the mess that the baking had made and finally went out to rest in the shade. I wonder what will happen now. Once the bread is done, what do you think will happen? As the afternoon wore on and the wonderful aroma of baking bread drifted through the cottage, it tickled the noses of the napping dog, the sleeping cat, and the resting goose. They sniffed, they smiled, they opened their eyes. What is that heavenly smell? Said the goose. Why, it's just my fresh baked bread, said the Little Red Hen. Who will help me eat it? I know who's going to say yes. Do you? I will, said the dog, jumping from his rug. I will, said the cat, leaping down from the windowsill. I will, screeched the goose, forgetting to rest her voice. Do you think Little Red Hen will share her bread with them? I wonder if she'll share her bread with them. Let's see. You will, asked the Little Red Hen, but you let me do everything else. I hoed the ground and planted the seeds and watered them well and pulled the weeds. I cut the wheat then gathered and tied it up in bundles. I stalked outside. I cleaned the wagon and loaded the wheat and went to the miller's down the street. I gathered up eggs, milk, and yeast and flour, then mixed and kneaded it for nearly an hour. I built the fire, a difficult chore, and slid the pan through the oven door. I cleaned the mess that baking had made, and then, only then, did I rest in the shade. So, do you know what? I think I'm going to eat this bread myself. And she did. She did not share. But the next time Little Red Hen needed help around the house, nobody said, not I. I wonder next time, I think the dog and the cat and the goose will help Little Red Hen. What do you think? Have a good day.